Welcome back. There was a little question about this last swing, and cradled by Wilson Contreras, and a foul tip because he caught it.
I didn't see a change of direction off the bat. I thought initially just a swing and a miss. The rule says it is not a catch if it is a rebound unless the ball has first touched the catcher's glove or hand.
Right. So maybe he didn't make any contact at all. I thought he did. At any rate, he's out on a strikeout. Here's Jose Alvarado. And a 2-1 ball game.
Archer done after 6. He was solid here, but he's on the wrong end of it right now, trailing 2-1. Alvarado, lefty 0-3. With a 4.05 ERA, this is his 32nd appearance. Folks, your MLB, your breakout MLB season is on Nintendo Switch, or whatever that means. RBI Baseball 2017 is filled with fast-paced pick-up-and-play MLB action, packed with all your favorite MLB teams, players, ballparks, and much more. Get RBI Baseball today for Nintendo Switch. Learn more today at rbigame.com. The kids, they have all the coolest toys these days.
So here is Ian Happ. One ball, no strikes on the switch batting second baseman. Alvarado's pitch. Fastball in tight, 97.
22 years of age, Alvarado. This is his first go of it in the big leagues.
He's got a nice message on his cap. The ball came back up and hit Ian. Did you see Dustin Pedroia? Fouled one off his face.
Yeah.
What, hit the plate, right? Came back up.
I didn't see it. I just read that he had a.
Wilmer Flores broke his nose fouling one off his face. Ended his season. Swing and a miss.
Way behind that one. Ian has punched out twice. I had a big strikeout game the other day at Wrigley, but this is lively here. This is 98 with all kinds of movement. You see the flinch from Ramos, the catcher.
And 22, 6'2", 245. More action in their bullpen. Andrew Kittredge. Full count offering to Happ. Base hit right field. And knocked down by Souza. Happ's going to try for 2, and he's going to be out. Close play at second. Happ thinks he got in.
Souza's got a cannon out there. It's not a bad play by Happ at all, trying to get into scoring position when he saw the ball elude Souza originally. This is 100 miles per hour. Throw from right field might have been about 94.
I think Joe's going to challenge it, and why not in the 7th inning?
Yeah, I'm with Ian here. It looks to me like he beat the tag.
Even if you lose your challenge here, it's absolutely worth doing.
Really hard to tell there, but
get a better look here on this angle. Let's see. The problem here is hard to tell when the tag was actually applied, right?
My best guess, the tag was the back of the right shoulder, and I think the hand was on the base already, but we haven't seen anything that proves that conclusively.
But the overhead shot, can't tell. I do worry that it'll just stand because they can't see when the tag was actually applied. In the meantime, Ray and Donna Rabus from Beacon, Illinois, are here with their son Chris from St. Petersburg, enjoying the Cubs and the Rays.
Understandable that they would take a long time looking at this one because it is razor thin, the margin here.
And looks like the call stands. Happ is out. I just don't think they had conclusive evidence because it was so hard to tell. Happ really upset. Ian, you probably were safe. Just can't find a replay to prove it beyond a reasonable doubt. So Hayward will bat with one out, nobody on, instead of nobody out and the man at second. And as you said, that's potentially a huge call.
Yeah, that changes the job description for Hayward here with that. If Happ's out there on second base, just a little ground ball to the right side gets him to third. That would have been fine at this stage of the ball game.
Wild one going on in Cincinnati. Reds now lead again. They were up 4-0 at one point, now lead 6-5.
This kid's throwing 98, 99, 100 miles per hour with a lot of movement on a two-seam fastball. Meanwhile, in Pittsburgh, the Brewers continue to lead the Buccos 1-0. Chase Anderson working for the Brewers tonight. He's punched out 8 in 5 2/3 without a walk.
Popped him up. And it's Morrison in foul territory. Here comes Kevin Cash. He's going to make a change.
Why'd you take this dude out of the ball game? Because the next one's right-handed, probably throws as hard as well.
Kittredge when we come back.
When my hair gets too long, I lose my edge. But when my cut's right, I'm right. I'm back to being me. My dimples activate. My cleft chin becomes cleftier. I get a twinkle on my tooth, and I speak fluent French. Garbage, chaise lounge, mayonnaise. Au revoir.
Get in, get out, back to greatness. Download the online check-in app. Great clips. It's gonna be great.
In case you need anything, just give me a call.
P.O. Box 17. Of course I'm a real company.
You got the area code.
Everything your customers see tells a story. Let the UPS store help you tell the right one. From business cards and banners to expertly packed shipments to mailboxes with a real street address. Come in today for help.
This is more than a bundle. This is more than a combo deal. It's your sanctuary, your home court. It's where everything happens. This is your home, your car, your memories. And you want to be sure they're protected with home and auto insurance. As your State Farm agent, I get it. It's why I'm here.
Here to help life go right. Talk to a State Farm agent today.
It is the Weber's Sauces and Seasonings call to the pen. Call grilling flavor up to the bigs. Andrew Kittredge.
11 big league appearances, 0-1 with a 245 for Kittredge and a 145 down at AAA. Down there, he struck out 78 in 68 innings. He's a guy who leans heavily on that slide ball.
From Spokane, Washington, a drive to deep center. Back at the wall, Kiermaier does it again. A human highlight reel out there in center field. Kiermaier just robbed Russell of at least a double, and if that ball bangs off the wall, maybe 3, maybe more. 2-1.
Introducing the Wrigley Field Chrono by Original Grain. Featuring wood reclaimed from original Wrigley Field seats. More than a timepiece, a piece of time. Visit originalgrain.com.
We don't just want to watch the games cable gives us. We want all the teams, no matter where we live, with DirecTV NFL Sunday Ticket. We want Falcons in New York, Jets in LA, Bears in New Orleans, or Buccaneers in a quaint little New England bed and breakfast.
Can you please pass the marmalade, Charlie?
I sure can, Crazy Pirate.
Switch to DirecTV and get every game every Sunday with NFL Sunday Ticket. Call 1-800-DirecTV.
Hello? How did you get in here? Xbox One X isn't out yet.
Taco Bell's giving fans a chance to win early with every $5 box. We're ready to play.
Well then, I guess we should get to it. My apologies, sir. I totally called Stu.
Head to Taco Bell and grab any $5 box, and you could be one of the first to win the new Xbox One X.
Introducing the Wrigley Field Chrono by Original Grain. Featuring wood reclaimed from original Wrigley Field seats. More than a timepiece, a piece of time. Visit originalgrain.com.
Toast of the game is presented by Benny's Beverage Depot, and it goes to Mike Montgomery. Man, was he good tonight.
Yeah, most impressive. Mike Montgomery, who struggled in his last start, outstanding here tonight. As we talked throughout his performance, just a combination of things. Good life on the heater, but the command of all of his pitches really spot on. Those left-on-left changeups, good curveball. And here you see the numbers support the good work back on September 9th. Against the Brewers, 2 innings, struggled with his command in that one. An early exit tonight, brilliant work.
Benny's Beverage Depot is the official champagne provider of the Chicago Cubs. Weber's Sauces and Seasonings call to the pen. And it is Pedro Strop against Evan Longoria. What a catch by Kevin Kiermaier to end the top of the 7th. You just kind of assume if it doesn't go out of the park, he's going to get it, right?
Number 32, Brian Johnson.
Yeah, anything with any air under it, he's likely going to run under it.
Longoria, towering fly that will be catchable for Jay. Hey, there's a former Cub, Tommy Hunter. Brian Dunsing.
It's a current Cub.
.96 and a strike on Morrison.
Hector Rondon is still down. Coming into this 2-game series with the Rays, Brian Dutzing had to figure he'd be an important man with all these left-handed bats.
Milwaukee's still leading at Pittsburgh 1-0. Pirates haven't scored in that series. They're in the 7th inning there. Cubs leading by a run here. Cardinals down a run in the 7th in Cincinnati. We got some barn burners.
Whoa, Nelly.
That's a strike. 2-2 to Morrison. 0 for his last 21 after a 13 for 34 stretch. That is a game of peaks and valleys.
Kind of like Chutes and Ladders?
Yeah, well, except they're not throwing a fastball in 97 in Chutes and Ladders unless they've changed the rules.
The new board game, Peaks and Valleys. Pull a card. Oh, you hung a slider. Go all the way back to go. You're in a 2-week slump. Lose a turn.
3-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Dispatches Morrison. Going to bring up Ramos, the catcher.
See where Clayton Kershaw gave up his first career grand slam yesterday.
Aaron Altair of the Phillies.
Jim Palmer never gave one up.
Ever?
Ever. Well, as a major leaguer.
CC Sabathia, they've started in New York, 2-1 Twins in the 3rd. He's got 3 strikeouts, so he is now 3rd on the all-time strikeout list among left-handers, past Mickey Lolich.
Third, huh? So Unit and Steve Carlton.
That's it.
And then CC. Wow.
1-2. Look out. That goes flying over the Cubs dugout. Oh, man, I hope everybody's okay. Do I see smiles? I do.
Ooh. Quick pitch from Strop. And almost able to get a piece, flings a bat into the stands, and it looks like everybody's okay. Notice there are ball boys down here where they have face masks on their helmets.
It's not a bad idea. Even if you're paying attention that close, you have a hard time getting out of the way. Quick pitch. 2 bounces handled by Happ. He waits for Rizzo to get to the bag. Strop goes 1, 2, 3 in the 7th. Cubs 2, Rays 1.
There are times when we all need to celebrate.
Chris Bryant, towering blast off the board.
Benny's Beverage Depot, helping you celebrate the best times of your life.
Why would you go out of your way and wander around a warehouse for paint when you can just swing by your local Ace? Ace has top-rated paint like Valspar, can match any color and mixes it with something that's hard to find. award-winning service. Because the way we see it, if anyone is going to go out of their way,
it should be us.
It's the Ace Extra Mile Promise. If it ever takes more than one trip to complete your paint project, we'll bring you what you need, and delivery is free.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Now is a great time to buy a Honda Civic. With power, a 40-mile-per-gallon highway rating, and incredible passenger volume. Discover all the reasons to buy the best-selling compact car in America. The Honda Civic. Test drive it at your local Honda dealer today. Visit your Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana Honda dealer and test drive a Honda today.
There are times when we all need to celebrate.
It's Chris Bryant. Towering blast off the board.
Binny's Beverage Depot, helping you celebrate the best times of your life.
Time for our hefty home run. Kyle Schwarber, the Cubs DH. And the go-ahead homer in the second inning off Chris Archer. His 28th of the year. His team with one tonight. Brad Miller hit his 8th. So the only Rays hit, that came in the 6th inning. Carl Edwards Jr. cranks it up in the bullpen as Javier Baez steps in, 8th inning. He'll be followed by Jay and Zobrist. Batting 9th tonight, single, steal, RBI double, swing and a miss. We have a new single season home run record. It was anticipated we would get there, and the record breaker was hit by Alex Gordon of the Royals, number 5,694. Previous mark set in 2000. Off the end of the bat, on the ground to Kittredge, 1-3.
That was in the midst of the steroid era. This is the launch angle era, I guess you would say.
Some wonder about the baseball. That has contributed. I mean, parks are smaller. Every big park that's been built in the last 20 years has been altered. We're in the era of cosmetic surgery. It's the equivalent of the big pitcher's park is the equivalent of the double chin. Just get rid of that.
Nip and tuck. Yeah, just a little.
Yeah, well.
Hey, could you take a little off my left center alley? Maybe bring in my right field line a little bit.
One and two on Jay. 1-3 on Jay as he strikes out.
Now we understand why Kittredge throws his slider so much. That's a dandy. Watch this thing just run and run and run down and in.
Matchup time as Kevin Cash wants Ben Zobrist to bat from the other side. Pitching change in the 8th.
It's Ford SUV season, so be ready with features designed to detect what they don't.
Stop, stop, stop.
Sorry.
It's okay. That's Ford, and that's how you become America's most trusted brand of SUVs. During SUV season, get $4,800 cash back on Explorer, $4,500 on Edge, or $4,250 on Escape. That's big cash back on Ford's lineup of sport utilities or lease Escape for $199 a month during SUV season at your local Ford stores.
Who gives you the best internet service at a great price? Best in-home Wi-Fi experience. Faster, more reliable internet? Gig speed to 27 million homes. 17 million Wi-Fi hotspots available nationwide. Up to 5 lines included at no extra cost with Xfinity Mobile. Xfinity is the right choice. AT&T just doesn't stack up. Get Xfinity TV and internet with a 1-year agreement plus a free upgrade to 100 megabits per second of download speed for a year. Call 1-800-XFINITY today.
Now is a great time to buy a Honda Civic. With power, a 40-mile-per-gallon highway rating, and incredible passenger volume. Discover all the reasons to buy the best-selling compact car in America. The Honda Civic. Test drive it at your local Honda dealer today. Visit your Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana Honda dealer and test drive a Honda today.
Left-hander Dan Jennings will come in and face Ben Zobrist, who will bat from the right side.
73 appearances, 48 with the White Sox, 25 here with the Rays. He was better in Chicago than he's been with the Rays. The former Marlin overall 3-1 with a 3.66 ERA.
To deep center, and it's going to stay in. Kiermaier to end the inning. Struck well by Zoll, but for out number 3, it's still 2-1. Cubs late.
I know what you're thinking. There's a dad that makes fathering look easy, but before Pacifica, he had his hands full. Now you see a man who's able to stow and go with ease, but he wasn't always that man. Now, thanks to our Pacifica, Dad can put his mistakes behind him. Well, most of them.
Booyah! Yeah! Chrysler Pacifica is now the highest-ranked minivan in initial quality by J.D. Power. Now, get 0% APR financing for 60 months, plus current FCA vehicle owners or lessees get these great offers.
Sure, the BMW X3 can blast over snowy mountains, kick up dust trails in the desert, or wade through oceans of mud. But with looks like these, sometimes you just want to keep it clean. And there's nothing wrong with that. We only make one thing, the ultimate driving machine. Lease a BMW X3 X-Drive 28i for as low as $419 a month.
Hold on, Jill's texting me.
You have a message from Jill. Can't wait for tonight. Clapping hands, thumbs up, face with tears of joy, taco, unicorn, smiling pile of poo, winking face with stuck-out tongue.
Well, Jill's excited about dinner tonight. Totally.
The new Buick Encore with Apple CarPlay support for iPhone.
Smiling pile of poo? Maybe she's walking her dog.
Get 17% below MSRP on almost every 2017 Encore model. That's over $5,500 on this Buick Encore.
You're watching CSN, presented by State Farm.
Hi, I'm David Kaplan with an In the Loop update presented by our friends at Bob's Discount Furniture, home of untouchable values. Bears have released wide receiver Tanner Gentry. He caught 2 passes for 27 yards in Sunday's loss in Tampa. Team also promoted safety DeAndre Houston Carson from the practice squad. We'll have all the day's news later tonight on In the Loop Prime. Now, back to Len and JD in Florida.
Apply for an all-digital, no-fee loan now at eClickLending.com. eClick is located right here in Chicagoland and rated A+ by the Better Business Bureau. eClick Lending. Your mortgage just happened.
Well, changes for the Cubs highlighted on the mound. Carl Edwards Jr. We'll do the pitching. Looks like Leonis Martinez in left and Albert Almora Jr. is in center.
Scoreless baseball in 11 of his last 12 appearances. Opponent batting average against of 145, tops among National League relievers. Protect this one-run lead on the road, and Joe Madden's got his defenders out there.
Foul back and out of play.
Ooh. Bounced 10 feet behind Contreras. I don't know what it hit. If it hit anything, it just disappeared.
Might have hit one of the catwalks. I believe a foul one is foul. It's dead. So if you hit the catwalk in foul territory, it's a dead ball. It's a live cat. It's a dead ball. Are there cats up there, by the way?
Could be.
This one will not reach the catwalk. Russell makes the catch. One down in the 8th. That's Chivaria, the shortstop now. Ninth inning in Baltimore. Red Sox and Orioles are scoreless.
So that's got to go extras because the Red Sox seemingly play extra innings like every other day.
They are 14-3 in extra innings.
And they've had some long extra inning games.
They have. One in 11 last night. Carlos Stanton has not homered tonight. Last night he hit his 55th. Grounder about a foot foul. Nice play by Franklin Fine.
Cubs bullpen did an outstanding job in that series against the Cardinals.
Swing and a miss. 1-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out.
And he cuts loose with that 95-mile-an-hour cutting fastball. A whole lot of nothing for the Rays hitters here tonight. The Cubs are doing a lot of damage either. It's been a well-pitched game, but look at the work the bullpen did against the Cardinals. 9 innings, no earned runs.
Dickerson caught looking, and then a line out to right. And waves at a curve.
You know, when they do the graduating class, they have most likely to succeed and all that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Dickerson would be runner-up in most likely to swing. Avisail Garcia, the only player in Major League Baseball who swings more frequently than Dickerson.
It would be the swing at everything salutatorian.
Yeah. And maybe if somebody can get to him with a couple weeks left in the season, he could perhaps actually claim the valedictorian. Most likely to succeed, best personality, most likely to swing.
1-2 the count on him. Ground ball up the middle. Nice slide by Happ. Pretty. We go to the 9th inning from St. Pete. Cubs 2, Rays 1.
Address should be there, 1800 Ann Street. Hello?
Yeah, it's your driver. I'm on the... Go!
What?
I thought we said no hostages!
Want to get away? Now you can with Southwest fares as low as $59 one way. Yes to low fares with nothing to hide. That's transparency.
I don't own the apartment building, but the right out front is mine. And everything inside, like my office, and my library, my studio. I've worked hard to get all of it. And I just
want to be sure it's all protected with auto and renter's insurance. As your State Farm agent, I get it. That's why I'm here.
Here to help life go right. Talk to a State Farm agent today.
This is the original light beer, brewed with the belief that a beer could be light and not compromise on taste, to be enjoyed from opener to headliner. Miller Lite. Hold true.
At Discount Tire, we know you might need tires for this, or this. No matter where you drive, you can count on us to get the right tires for your needs and your budget. Discount Tire, America's neighborhood tire store.
Thursday, the Cubs look to further their division lead as they head to Milwaukee to face the second-place Brewers. Coverage begins at 6:30 on CSN Plus with Cubs pregame live, or stream live on the NBC Sports app or csnchicago.com.
I find it's harder to read after an off day.
Yeah. You probably agree with that. Jennings to Rizzo outside for a ball. Anthony 0 for 3, all strikeouts so far. Cubs lead by a run. Wade Davis, the former Ray, is up in the Cubs bullpen. After a busy weekend against the Cardinals, an off day came at a good time for him.
Right back at it again here tonight. Jennings has got some funk with his delivery. Quick and choppy. I'm assuming he's always done that, but I don't quite remember that from his Marlin days.
Stabbed at it and bunted it foul.
Yeah, well, once it was one strike, they redeployed defensively. They were taking that away from him before one strike. And then they shifted, so he thought, well, we got a couple to play with. I'm 0 for 3 with 3 punch-outs with this funky left-hander up there. I'm leading off an inning. I'll give it a shot. All good thoughts. It just did not pan out for him. Now he's got to battle. Choke and poke.
Cardinals have tied the Reds 6-6 as they go to the bottom of the 8th. They're in the 8th now. Milwaukee still leading 1-0 at Pittsburgh. And the Cubs try to hang on here at Tampa. 3-2 on Rizzo. Echeverria, long run over the only guy on that side of second base, and he makes the catch near Gary Jones for the first out here in the 9th.
Boy, tough night for Riz. 3 punch-outs and a foul pop-up. I wouldn't want to be facing him tomorrow.
Kevin Cash making another move. The matchups have worked for him here late. Chaz Rowe coming on.
Whoa, impressive stats. Yeah, these guys are good.
Yes, drive the middle. Let's see that again. What a performance.
Lease a new 2017 RAV4 for $199 a month or get 0% APR for 72 months plus $500 bonus cash on RAV4. Toyota, let's go places.
We just got to take it one game at a time. Next question.
Odell, can you repeat everything you just said? My live stream won't load.
Technical foul.
Wrong sport.
Wrong network. You see, you need unlimited on Verizon. It's America's largest, most reliable 4G LTE network. They won't let you down in places like this, even in the strike zone.
It's the red zone.
Pretty sure it's the strike zone. Here, use mine. All right, see you on the court, champ. Heads up.
When it really, really matters, you need the best network and the best unlimited. Plans now start at $40 per line for 4 lines.
Chaz Rowe will do the pitching.
It's a very artistic sort.
It's all the
well inked.
Some of the British invasion bands came from Chaz Rowe, I believe. They didn't all come from Liverpool. Contreras fouls.
Chaz has been well traveled. He was originally a Rocky minor leaguer. Never did pitch in the big leagues for them. And a Mariner minor leaguer, a Diamondback minor leaguer. Finally became a Diamondback big leaguer in 2013. Spent some time with the Marlins, Yankees, Orioles, Braves, and now Rays.
That's it?
That's it.
Two strikes and Contreras. Nobody up in the bullpen. Kevin Cash has pretty much matched up since the 7th inning. Kyle Schwarber is on deck, so Rowe will get Contreras and Schwarber here. And Happ if the inning is extended. That is into the corner. It's a double for Contreras.
First hit of the night for Contreras. He had grounded out to short twice and flown to center. Let's see what they do with Schwarber now with the base open. $25,046 in the ballpark tonight. Swing and a miss by Schwarber. Hey, I want to congratulate our good friend Mick Gillespie, the minor league baseball co-broadcaster of the year, according to the Ballpark Digest. He shares the honor with Indianapolis Indians voice Howard Kellman. Congrats to both. Yeah, way to go, boys. Congratulations, Mick.
Inside on Schwarber. 1-1. The pitch. 1-2. Breaking ball, and it was elevated.
Yeah, that's it. The old bad, good slider. And it backs up, doesn't have great action, but you get a lot of swings and misses on it. Let's pull off a little bit. I'm just going to break in on their hands a little bit.
He struck him out.
That was just good. That was nasty there.
So 2 away, and it will be Happ. The bat left-handed. Lane changer. The Rays will have Miller, Kiermaier, and Souza do against Wade Davis.
We got to do a little tattoo forensics on Chaz here. He's got some intriguing stuff on his arms.
By the way, once Davis comes into the game, we're going to have a Roe v. Wade pitching matchup. As Happ fouls right at the plate. Could be a landmark ninth inning. Outside, missed on a breaking ball. Inside. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
That's where you can really be aggressive at second base. You see the hitter start to swing, see the ball in the zone. Be on your way.
2-2. Bounced foul. Cubs with a 6-game winning streak. It's their 6th of at least 6 since the start of last year. Only the Dodgers have had more winning streaks of this long. Called strike 3. We go to the bottom of the 9th. It's 2-1 Cubs.
Hey, Bryce Harper, quick selfie.
Wait, how'd you get out here?
Oh, don't worry, I've got T-Mobile. It's all unlimited, so I've got unlimited access to all things MLB.
You sure about that?
Yeah, hey, can I have some of the Pine Tar? Check it out. Unlimited data meet unlimited grip. Hey, the guys need me in the bullpen. Sorry. That's the dugout. I know, yeah, totally.
We can't really give every fan access to the field, but we can give you America's best unlimited network, T-Mobile.
Hello? How did you get in here? Xbox One X isn't out yet.
Taco Bell's giving fans a chance to win early with every $5 box. We're ready to play.
Well then, I guess we should get to it. My apologies, sir. I totally called Stu.
Head to Taco Bell and grab any $5 box, and you could be one of the first to win the new Xbox One X.
Hyundai has an all-wheel drive SUV for every stage of your life. Urban adventure? That's Tucson. Taking that next step? Check out the Santa Fe Sport. Full-time chauffeuring? Your 7-passenger Santa Fe awaits. And with America's best warranty, whichever stage you're in.
You just saved me from getting a minivan. Give him some love.
Better is the reason to buy Hyundai. And now for a limited time, you can lease the Tucson for just $149 a month. Or get up to $4,500 in total savings on the Santa Fe Sport. Visit buyhyundai.com today.
Bottom of the 9th, Wayne Davis returns to Tampa Bay. He was a 3rd-round pick of the Rays from the nearby Lake Wales High School. Made his debut in 2009. He was a starter up until 2012 when he made 54 relief appearances. And he got traded to Kansas City in that deal that brought Montgomery to the Rays. Started there and was not very good before he then jumped back into the bullpen and became one of the best relievers in the game.
And he has been that again this year, 31 out of 31 in save opportunities. He was the Cubs' lone all-star. 9-1-2 in the bottom of the ninth.
So Miller was the guy who took Montgomery deep. That's the only Rays hit.
Yeah, they've had a reach on an error and a hit by pitch. The only base runners they've had tonight. There have been 17 strikeouts in this ball game, only one walk. That's combined.
Wade's hometown of Lake Wales, Florida. It was about 84 miles east of here. Which without traffic's about an hour and 40-minute drive. But there's always traffic in Florida. Swing and miss, strike three.
Not on the bases here tonight.
That's for sure. And Davis hopes to continue that.
Miller goes down, flailing at the cutter.
Kiermaier. Good catch on defense. He reached base in the first, but then was caught trying to steal third to end the inning. That was a cutter at 89. 0-1. Fastball inside.
No doubles in the outfield. Rizzo tight to the line at first. Hayward especially deep on the pull side.
Strike called. Curveball. Kiermaier didn't like it. His brother is on the Cubs grounds crew. Mentioned he went to Parkland College in Champaign and Fort Wayne. Right now he's trying to do some damage against Wade Davis. 2-2 on him with Souza on deck. Cubs trying to take a notch off their magic number. Right now at 10. Brewers leading late as they go to the ninth. 1-0 at Pittsburgh. For 31 in save chances. Swing and a miss, strike three. And a high fastball for out number 2.
They had a conversation. Contreras goes back behind home plate, comes out of the crouch, asking for that high heater, and Davis delivers.
Steven Souza Jr. 0 for 3, reached on an error in the fourth. Montgomery, Stroke, Edwards, and now Davis. They've combined to allow one hit, the home run by Miller. That's it. Fewest hits allowed by the Cubs this season. 3 on 5 different times.
Big play in this game way back in the first inning when Kiermaier was caught trying to steal third base with Morrison up to end the first. Keep your red ink, Candy.
Full count. Evan Longoria moves on deck. A lot of people sitting at home are feeling the same way. Swing and a miss. Cubs win. Wade Davis strikes out the side in the ninth. Magic number down to 9. And it's 7 in a row now.
Yeah, if you watch Wade Davis, if you've watched him pitch all year, you probably wouldn't have been wringing your hands and feeling that stress, because so many times it is drama-free with him out there. Fowler gave him a scare the other day at Wrigley, but dominant here tonight, striking out the side to finish this ball game.
A combined one-hitter. Brad Miller's home run, the only hit Cubs pitching allowed tonight. So the Magic number down to 9. 12 games to go. It'll go down to 8 if the Pirates can come back in the ninth. They're down 1-0 to the Brewers. As Joe Maddon's return to Tampa successful tonight. Chance for a sweep tomorrow, and the Cubs finally win a game here at the Trop. We're back with you 6:30 CSN Plus on Thursday from Milwaukee to open a huge 4-game weekend set. For JD and our entire crew here in St. Pete, Len Casper with your final. Cubs 2, Rays 1. Stay tuned. Blue Cross Blue Shield Cubs postgame live is next.
We're going streaking! 7 in a row, baby. Cubs get it done. 7 straight victories. They win in Tampa tonight. Wade Davis, an outstanding ninth. Great starting pitching out of Mike Montgomery, and just enough offense against Chris Archer, your buddy, who was really good.
Yeah, he was really good. He made 2 mistakes. The Cubs took advantage of him. Mike Montgomery, what can you say? What a start that was. That was a huge start for the Cubs. 7 in a row. Now it's time to keep going, because those other teams in the division are still winning as well. So you got to keep winning with them.
Right. St. Louis has roared back from a 4-0 deficit. They're tied at 6, and the Brewers are trying to hang on and win 1-0. Jake Arrieta looks to be good to start Thursday night against the Brewers. We're asking you this: who would you like to see start Game 1 of the playoffs? We'll take a timeout. We'll discuss that and more. It's all coming up on CSN Chicago. on our Blue Cross Blue Shield of Illinois Cubs postgame live.
Act now. Get Xfinity Internet for just $19.99 a month for 12 months. Experience speed at a great low price. All for $19.99 a month. Call 1-800-XFINITY and ask how you can get even more speed. Get more than 2 times the speed for just $10 more a month for 12 months. Or 7 times the speed for $20 more a month for 12 months. Compare that to AT&T, and you'll see why Xfinity delivers faster, more reliable internet. Call 1-800-XFINITY or go to Xfinity.com today.
Now at Menards, save big money on your next project with an 11% rebate on everything. Enjoy the breeze with Larson Storm Doors. Right now, get an 11% rebate on all Larson Storm Doors. Great Lakes pre-finished hardwood flooring offers superior quality and beauty. A 12 by 15-foot room of 3/4 by 4-inch hand-sculpted hickory is $989.40 after rebate. There's no limit to how much you can save. Now during the 11% rebate sale at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Thick carved turkey breast. The autumn carved turkey is back for a limited time at Subway. So much turkey.
Inside the rack houses of Jim Beam, every barrel's aged 4 long years for a fuller, smoother flavor. Our history's made from the inside. How will you make yours?
CSN Chicago is brought to you in part by Southwest Airlines. Yes to low fares with nothing to hide. That's transparency. Your Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana Honda dealers, as reliable as the cars themselves. Xfinity. Xfinity X1 will change the way you experience TV. Toyota. Tested. Trusted. Toyota. Toyota. Let's go places. And by State Farm. Here to help life go right. This is Cubs Postgame Live, presented by Blue Cross Blue Shield of Illinois.
Swing and a miss. Cubs win. Wade Davis strikes out the side in the ninth. Magic number down to 9. And it's 7 in a row now. Yeah, if you want to.
We're going streaking through the quad and into the gymnasium. Come on, everybody! Come on, Snoop! Snoop-a-loop!
We're going streaky, that's right. 7 straight at the best time. Cubs improved to a season best 84-66, 18 over, 2-6-1, a whole lot better than 1-1-0. They beat the Tampa Bay Rays in Tampa. Tonight, Montgomery 7-8 over Archer 9-11. Wade Davis, perfect now. 32 for 32 in save opportunities. Hello, welcome into Cubs Postgame Live, presented by Blue Cross Blue Shield of Illinois. He's David DeJesus. I'm David Kaplan. Boy, Mike Montgomery, there were people around town saying, what are you doing juggling the rotation, giving this guy a start? I guess they knew what they were doing. He was really good.
Yeah, the numbers don't lie. The Rays don't hit lefties good, and you saw the way he dominated that lineup tonight. He was able to throw his fastball, spotted on both sides. He mixed in that changeup, and every pitch was pitched with conviction, and that was huge. It's great to see him get 6 innings, go to the bullpen, and the bullpen has been really dominant these last 12 innings.
Yeah, last 12 innings, no runs. They've been magnificent. Our UPS store taking care of business player of the game. Got to go with Mike Montgomery again. I know there were people around town, like my friend Danny, who were saying, what are you doing starting him? Mike Montgomery gets people out, especially against a team that struggles with lefties, and boom. He pitched really well tonight, 6 solid innings of 1 hit, 1 earned run. It was a solo home run. Other than that, didn't walk a man through 81 pitches. He really answered the call.
Yeah, and he played for the Rays. And when you go back against a team that you played for, you want to show up. And he showed up tonight. He was pinpoint with his accuracy, and it led them to a W. And that's the type of outing you needed to step up, and guys have to step up at this time, and it's great to see Mike do that.
Yeah, and you were also able to get Chris Bryant a day off.
Yeah.
This is the only mistake that he made right here.
You know, you saw Wilson on that one. He was set up outside. That glove came over the middle. Brad Miller right now can only hit one spot, and he hit it out. But other than that, he did not miss his target that much.
How about that play? He catches it underneath his arm.
Sousa's standing there like, what? Come on, I battled.
How did that happen?
I just battled.
And he caught it? Like this? Look, Mike Montgomery has done a lot for this team. The biggest out he ever got was Game 7 last year to clinch the World Series. But this year, look at his numbers. As a reliever, he's at 248. He's thrown 58 innings. I know the starter numbers, the ERA is a little more bloated than you'd like. But I'll tell you what, man, when this team was scuffling before the Quintana trade, when Hendricks is down, Mike Montgomery said, you want me to relieve? You want me to just give me the ball, I'll pitch.
Exactly. He stepped up. He's eaten innings, and he's done a great job. He doesn't complain. He just wants to go out there, pitch, get outs, and get back to the bullpen. I mean, get back to the dugout. So he's been great, a great piece for the Cubs, and going forward, hopefully he can, I don't know if we want looking him as a starter or that bullpen piece. I love him as the bullpen piece. Starting wise, right now, I'm still iffy on him.
But maybe next year, if Arrieta and Lackey are indeed gone, maybe he does factor into the rotation. We'll see. Let's take a look at some of the highlights from this ball game. Again, not a lot of scoring, but we start with our Gerber Collision and Glass play of the game. Top of the second, Kyle Schwarber, who's been much better in the second half, been really good in September, outstanding the last 7, 8, 9, 10 days. It's 1-0 as he smokes that pitch.
Yeah, I loved it. I loved the 2-2 take. He checked his swing on a hard slider down and in. Then the 3-2 pitch, he left it out over the plate and didn't try and do too much. Look at that short, level swing right there. Kept his head down and walked through it. And that's a Schwarber the Cubs needs for the rest of the season here.
Well, the funny thing is, you take a look at his numbers in September. We call you the swing doctor because you break down tape and you tell us about the mechanics of hitting. This is what he's doing in September, hitting .289 with 4 bombs, 5 knocked in, 13 Ks, an on-base percentage. It's up at .341, a slug at .632. That's a .973 OPS. You'll take that every day of the week and twice on Sunday. But you had talked earlier in the season that Kyle's head was pulling off.
Yeah.
And he went down to the minors. It was a slow process. It's a process. Boy, since that point, you could see his head is down and he much more is locked in.
Yes, he is consistently trying to keep his head down on contact. You see when he's swinging through pitches, you'll see that little back shoulder dip, and his chin is end up looking to the sky. So, but when he's on point, he has that head down on contact and stays through it. He's such a strong man. All he has to do is clip the ball, and that's going to go. So he just has to trust in those little things.
Yeah, it's interesting to watch when we would look at the tape and you would see it, and now he's much more trying to keep that front shoulder closed.
Yes, yeah, that's the key to hitting, being able to keep that front shoulder closed so your hips can take you to the ball.
All right, to the 5th inning, man up first, 1 out when Javier Baez sends one in the left field corner, and it's just fumbled out there.
Yeah.
Just poor defense, just that little hiccup, and boom, right there.
That was it.
Gary Jones says go, and Addison Russell scores standing. That's the difference in the ballgame.
That was it. They have a DH out there in left field. So they're trying to cover up, throw him in left field, but sometimes it shows up and can cost you a run. And right here, this little fumble didn't play it off the wall the right way, and Addison rounded the base nicely right there. He got a nice sharp turn towards home and was able to score.
You said they have a DH in the outfield? Usually so do we.
Yeah.
I think Corbs would agree with that. And then here's the only hit of the ball game off Mike Montgomery. Brad Miller says, not going to be a no-hitter tonight. And that home run wipes out the no-no and the shutout.
Yeah, right there you saw Wilson Contreras set up outside. And once that glove leaks over back to the middle, usually the hitter is going to drive that ball. Unfortunately, it went out of the park. But other than that pitch, Mike did a great job tonight.
Outstanding, as did the bullpen. Wade Davis came on to pitch the 9th inning, looking for his 32nd save of the season and as many opportunities. Brad Miller leads the inning off. Davis gets him swinging for out number 1. Next up, Kevin Kiermaier. See you later. Thanks for coming. That leaves it up to Steven Souza Jr. Blows him away at 95. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. Ball game over. W flag flies in Tampa, and the Cubs a 2-1 win. We saw W flags all over the stadium. Pretty cool to see.
Yes, you know, Wade Davis has been special. This guy comes in, his velocity is up right now. He's 96. He was touching 97 against the Cardinals, so his arm is feeling good for this playoff run, and it's great to see. I don't know if you can pitch him next game. He's pitched the three games against the Cardinals. Today, I don't know.
It's 4 out of 5 days.
But do you pitch him?
No
close
shot.
Game tomorrow.
He's on a no-fly list for me.
Okay.
Because if he gets hurt and he has had an injury history before, you're dead.
What happens? Who are you going to bring in to close the game tomorrow?
I'd probably close him with Carl Edwards.
Okay. Yeah.
He's got the best stuff, him or Strope.
Yeah.
One of those two would be the guy I'd hand the ball to and go, okay, big guy, you got to get the job done. Get it done.
Nice.
There is good news regarding Jake Arrieta, the righty. Says he is ready to return to the Cubs rotation, and it will be Thursday night up in Milwaukee. He left his last start against Pittsburgh Pirates back on September 4th in Pittsburgh with a strained hamstring, and he has missed 2 turns in the rotation. Since July, Arrieta 7-3 with an ERA of 2.01. Take a listen.
The good thing is the arm strength is there. It's remained there. And I actually feel better for maybe having a little bit of time off, arm strength-wise. So we'll see how I feel in the morning, but I anticipate to feel just fine and be ready to go Thursday. Probably, 75, 80 pitches and kind of building from there. So the idea is to be able to be out there the last game against Cincinnati pretty much at full pitch count and to be ready for the playoffs.
All right, we're asking you this. Who would you like to see start Game 1 of the playoffs? Everybody healthy, obviously. Your choices, Arrieta, Kyle Hendricks, John Lester. Go to csnchicago.com/vote. Let us know. We'll discuss that and more coming up. How would you vote?
I'm going Lester. He's been there, done that. He's a horse. He's your number one. You brought him in to be that number one to win big ball games. I'm going to ride him.
I got to know that John is John. He has not been great since the little break that he had. He has been okay. The velocity's been fine. Even he tweeted the other day, velocity feels good, arm feels good, but I've got to be better. If Jake goes out and is really good Thursday in Milwaukee and then pitches again in the Cardinal series and then pitches again in the Cincinnati series to end the season, and has 3 really good starts, I'm going Jake Arrieta.
I like it. You can't go wrong. Kyle is another great option to have.
Outstanding.
But I think Kyle would be a great 3. Game 3 matchup with the third pitcher for the other team.
But I'll tell you what, if Jake is not where he was when he left with the hamstring injury, I would not be adverse to starting Kyle Hendricks in Game 1.
I mean, it's great options.
I love Kyle Hendricks. I'm a big fan.
Yes, yes.
Well, we'll see. Again, csnchicago.com/vote, and you'll see those results tabulate right on your screen. We'll take a time out here on our Cubs Postgame Live, presented by Blue Cross Blue Shield of Illinois. We've got more to do. We'll be right back.
Cubs Postgame Live is presented by Blue Cross Blue Shield of Illinois. Through it all.
So, thought you could use something special, for retirement. One last trip through the toy store.
Funny, after all we've been through, this may be my first case of the nerves.
Oh, relax, Agent. I've kept you healthy this long.
Yes, you have, but come tomorrow, your protection may not be there.
I don't see you slowing down anytime soon. Here, take this.
So, you saved the best for last.
Inside the rack houses of Jim Beam, thousands of barrels lay silent. But that doesn't mean they lay idle. In fact, inside each and every Jim Beam barrel, the bourbon is aging, building a fuller, smoother flavor that only comes from being aged 4 long years. At Jim Beam, our history's made from the inside. How will you make yours?
Boogie on down to Cricket Wireless to get unlimited data for only $50 per month with the Cricket Unlimited 2 plan. Plus, get a free select smartphone when you switch. All on a network that covers over 99% of Americans. Cricket Wireless, something to smile about.
First down! Ball is loose. We got it back. No! Yeah!
It's open.
Here's your McDonald's.
Make your big night in even better. Order McDonald's on Uber Eats.
Moving a 295-pound refrigerator is not easy. Moving your wife's 17th century colonial stemware collection is rarely easy. Moving Mr. Smooches is never easy. Fortunately, moving your favorite entertainment with DirecTV is always easy. Just one call before you move is all it takes. Done. The DirecTV Movers deal. Easy Now comes with bundles and equipment upgrades too. Call and ask about all the benefits today.
You're watching CSN, presented by State Farm.
Are you Chicago's biggest fan? If you think you are, we want to hear your story. Come on out to Fat Pour 2005 West Division in Chicago this afternoon between 4 and 8 for a chance to be in a commercial. We're also giving you the chance to win Bulls and Blackhawks tickets, so it should be a lot of fun again September 20th. That'll be tomorrow. Time now for our Four Seasons Heating, Air Conditioning, and Plumbing. Who's hot? And as our director, Terry Cortez, would say, who's not? Who's hot in interleague play this season for the Cubs? How about Albert Almora Jr. hitting .383 in interleague play. 2 bombs, 10 knocked in. Who's not? Again, he was dealing with injuries as well. Addison Russell, just a $172 at 18 Ks. And welcome back to Cubs Postgame Live, presented by Blue Cross Blue Shield of Illinois. Time for the Jim Beam winning box score. And this one belongs to the Cubs. They get it done 2-1. Not a lot of productivity there, Double D. But you've got nothing at the top from the first 3 guys, 0 for 12. But then you get the double out of Contreras, and he was animated when he got the second. Schwarber, the big home run. Ian Happ had a knock. Hayward had a knock. And Javi Baez, a 2 for 3 night. He is the key performer of the evening.
If you can get that production for the 9th spot, that's huge, because then it rolls over to the top lineup. Tomorrow you'll have Chris back in the lineup. You'll have more him on base, and Rizzo will be locked in a little bit more tomorrow than he was today.
Yeah, he wasn't great offensively tonight. Time for our Elk Grove Village pitching recap. And let's take a look at the numbers. Starters are Mike Montgomery and Chris Archer. And Mike for the Cubs, 6 innings, 1 hit, 1 earned, 6 Ks, and 81 pitches. Didn't walk a man. Chris Archer, pretty damn good outing. 6 innings, 4 hits, 2 earned runs. Again, he is their ace. He's a guy that every team in baseball would like to trade for. Yeah. What is with the falling off the mound stuff? I have never seen him pitch that way.
I don't know. He's like running off the mound. He wears his emotions on his sleeve. He's type of guy. And this is the first time I've seen him with his pants down. In my years when I played with him, he always stir-ups guy. So he might be trying to change something up, because he had a tough September these past few starts. So, you know, right now he's just a hard luck. Great game, but the offense doesn't show up for them.
But I would think tonight he would say, I'm okay with my outing. Yeah. It wasn't the best, but it was really pretty solid.
But the game comes down to W's.
Right.
You got to win that game. You know, Montgomery outpitched him, but Chris is going to go back and see another loss in the L column and be like, hey, man, I got to be better.
Right. I got to find a way to not give up the home run to Schwarber.
Exactly.
All right, time for our James & Sons Fine Jewelers Fielding Gem, and we've got a trio of them. Jeff Nelson, our great producer, put these all together. Look at this throw in the first inning. See you later. Thanks for coming. Kiermaier thought, oh, no doubt I'm there. What a cannon throw.
Kiermaier's one of the fastest players in the game, but he put that, it couldn't be any better. He slid into that. Oh, my gosh.
I mean,
this guy is a
the
weapon.
throw was perfect, but the tag by Baez is insane.
That combination is going to be great for the Cubs for years to come.
That wasn't the only good defensive play by Wilson. Steven Susan Jr. fouls one off, and Contreras cradles it between his body and his arm and hangs on for strike 3.
I mean, just nestled right in there.
Susan's like, huh? What do you mean I'm out? Yep, Montgomery laughing as he comes off the mound going, you gotta be kidding me.
Right there, he's like, I got it right there.
Cradled it. But we're not done with defense. Top 7, Addison Russell fly to deep center. Kevin Kiermaier, who is a Gold Glove center fielder, makes a leaping grab. That is a big-time play.
I mean, this guy can play center field. He's one of the best center fielders in the game. I was lucky enough to watch him play as a rookie, and I was like, this guy's special, and he just does it in and out every year. If he stays healthy, he can be the best.
So did he take your job in center field?
No, because I was already a left fielder.
They
Desmond
moved you.
Jenny, they're like, no, you're moving to left
we
field.
liked you, but that guy's better.
That guy can run past you and can throw better than you. All right, you're going to move over.
Slide over there, kid. All right, let's take a look again at our fan poll. You saw the question, who would you like to see start game 1 of the playoffs?
I like it.
Look on your screen right there. Kyle Hendricks right now is dominating the voting. You can keep on voting. CSNChicago.com/vote. We'll take another time out. Be right back. Cubs Postgame Live, presented by Blue Cross Blue Shield of Illinois. Highlights from the Brewers and the Pirates coming up.
Comcast Business offers fast and reliable internet speeds. Call 1-800-501-6000 now and choose a fast internet plan. Then add phone and TV for just $34.90 more per month. All the fast internet speeds include business Wi-Fi, access to millions of hotspots, 24/7 support, and a 30-day money-back guarantee. Don't miss out. Switch to Comcast Business Internet. Then add phone and TV for $34.90 more per month. Act now. 1-800-501-6000.
Now at Menards, save big money on your next project with an 11% rebate on everything. Save over $100 on these kitchen cabinets. Save over $200 on this steel shelter. Save over $1,000 on this 2-car garage. Or go really big and save over $13,000 on this green orchard house. There's no limit to how much you can save now during the 11% rebate sale at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Available at James & Sons Fine Jewelers in Chicago, Orland Park, and Cherville.
This is the original light beer, brewed with the belief that a beer could be light and not compromise on taste, to be enjoyed from opener to headliner. Miller Lite. Hold true.
This week only, don't order Domino's over the phone. Order online.
This week only, order any pizza online at menu price and get the second one free when you carry out.
17,000 hot dogs are sold at Wrigley Field each game. There are 318 openings in the manual scoreboard. The iconic ivy has graced the outfield wall for 80 years. And 0 is the amount of fees you pay with a Cubs checking account. We even reimburse ATMs outside our network nationwide. It's just one more way. We root for Chicago.
Cubs fans, show your team pride with Cubs checking and an official Cubs MasterCard debit card. I've got one, only available at your local Wintrust community bank. Go to wintrust.com/Cubs to learn more. Member FDIC. All right, time for our Blue Cross Blue Shield of Illinois key to the game. Top of the second, Kyle Schwarber. This is called the no-doubter, number 28 on the season. Cubs on top, 1-0.
Yeah, we're talking about maximizing opportunities. He took advantage of that mistake. And with Archer, he's dominant, but he'll make mistakes over the zone. You got to take advantage of him. Javi Baez and Kyle Schwarber were able to do that today.
You know, the interesting thing is he's had a season that's so radically different in so many ways. comes into the season, he's doing Gatorade commercials with some of the biggest name athletes in the world, Michael Phelps and whoever else, Venus or Serena Williams. Then he's in the minors, struggling mightily. Then he comes back, and he's still going to end the year with probably over 30 home runs.
I mean, it's
crazy.
Is that a good year? I don't know, but
great power, poor bat. He'll tell you, I'm not a 207 hitter.
No, I expect better from him next year, but you can still write your story. You still have a lot of games left, meaningful games left, and you can change it in a heartbeat if you start getting hot at the right time.
Yeah, and if they can get to the playoffs, we'll see. I know the poll question asks who you'd start. Got to get there first.
Yeah. Yep.
Domingo Santana and the Brew Crew in Pittsburgh to take on the Pittsburgh Buccos. Fourth inning, no score, none on for Santana, and the Brewers right fielder drives a shot down the left field line. That ball is going to just get out. Santana's 26th homer of the year, and the Brewers have a 1-0 lead. Ninth inning, those are Corey Knebel in to finish off the Pirates. He gets Jordy Mercer to strike out swinging. Ball game over. Brewers blank Pirates and win by a final of just 1-0. All right, our fan poll result, and the winner by a blowout. Yeah. Kyle Hendricks is just dominating who you start in game one, and I cannot disagree with them when you think how he's pitching since he came off the DL versus Jake being hurt and John scuffling.
Yeah, there's a lot of questions about those other two, but you know Kyle's going to have a quality start, keep the game within reach. So I don't mind that poll. That poll makes very good sense.
Don't forget that when they clinched to go to the World Series last year, they beat Kershaw. It was Kyle Hendricks who got pitched into the eighth. We'll be right back. Cubs Postgame Live, presented by Blue Cross Blue Shield of Illinois.
One Venture Card. Unlimited double miles on every purchase, not just airline purchases. Now available in metal. What's in your wallet?
Now is a great time to buy a Honda Civic. With power, a 40-mile-per-gallon highway rating, and incredible passenger volume. Discover all the reasons to buy the best-selling compact car in America. The Honda Civic. Test drive it at your local Honda dealer today. Visit your Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana Honda dealer and test drive a Honda today.
I don't own the apartment building, but the right out front is mine. And everything inside, like my office, and my library, my studio. I worked hard to get all of it. And I just
want to be sure it's all protected with auto and renter's insurance. As your State Farm agent, I get it. That's why I'm here.
Here to help life go right. Talk to a State Farm agent today.
White Castle's cheese slider has all the fans. And now you can grab a $4.99 combo for a $7.99 10-sack and cheese as you please. That's a deal for me time and we time. And that's a bold move.
Inside the rack houses of Jim Beam, every barrel's aged 4 long years for a fuller, smoother flavor. Our history's made from the inside. How will you make yours?
This is more than a bundle. This is more than a combo deal. It's your sanctuary, your home court. It's where everything happens. This is your home, your car, your memories. And you want to be sure they're protected with home and auto insurance. As your State Farm agent, I get it. It's why I'm here.
Here to help life go right. Talk to a State Farm agent today.
You're watching CSN, presented by State Farm.
All right, let's check out the pitching matchup for tomorrow's game, and it will be John Lester getting the start for the Northsiders. He's going up against Blake Snell, who has an ERA over 4. John looking for win number 12 of the year. Last time out, he got the win against the Mets. He tweeted, I told you this earlier, the other day. He said, hey, I wasn't great. We'll get better.
Yes, I want to see him. This is going to be good for him to sharpen up and dominate a team that does not hit good against lefties.
Let us see you tomorrow. Thanks for watching Cubs Postgame Live, presented by Blue Cross Blue Shield of Illinois. In the Loop, coming up.
To be in the Express, you gotta be able to ride. And I mean really ride.
Jack, wait.
Ma, I ain't no boy no more.
You don't know what's out there. It's dangerous.
This is something I have to do, Ma.
But the job only calls to a man who has what it takes.
You take this, and you go west as fast as you can.
Think we'll see him again, Mom?
I reckon.
How can you be so sure?
Because west is that way.
How do we make sure there's toppings in each bite of Papa John's pizza? We check 80,000 times a year. Now get an extra large 2-topping pizza for just $11. Everyone's doing their part to make your game day better.
Right here, Dad.
The Infiniti QX60. Impressive performance and seating for 7. Lease the Infiniti QX60 for $399 a month or finance at 1.9% APR at your local Infiniti retailer.
At Discount Tire, we know you might need tires for this, this, or this. No matter where you drive, you can count on us to get the right tires for your needs and your budget. Discount Tire, America's neighborhood tire store.
Living in this crazy world, so caught up in the confusion, nothing is making sense for me and you. Maybe we can find a way, there's got to be solution, how to make a brighter day. What do we do? We've got to give a little love, have a little hope, make this world a little better. Try a little more, harder than before.
It's moving day. Let's talk about upgrades. From now on, when we move, we want everything to be upgraded. We're upgrading our homes, our lives, whatever this thing is, and even our DirecTV. Because when we sit in our new house with our better stuff, we want an equipment, programming, or premium channel upgrade too. I'd say my work here's done.
Do you live here now?
The DirecTV Movers deal. Call today and ask how to get an equipment, programming, or premium channel upgrade.
You're watching CSN, presented by State Farm.
Subscribe to the Cubs Talk podcast on iTunes or the Google Play Store today.
The first thing that must be known is under no circumstances am I going to coach here, and so that should not even be a question.
Not only that, but new Bulls senior advisor Doug Collins says he has full confidence in Garpax. This is In the Loop Prime, presented by GMC.
Sierra and Layla here, and those are just two of our list of the 5 things you need to know from Collins' introduction. Let's go no huddle. Jake Arrieta threw a bullpen session today, and Arrieta says he will return to the mound on Thursday against the Brewers. The former NL Cy Young Award winner has been sidelined since September 4th because of a strained right hamstring.
The good thing is the arm strength is there. It's remained there. And I actually feel better for maybe having a little bit of time off, arm strength-wise. So we'll see how I feel in the morning, but I anticipate to feel just fine and be ready to go Thursday.
Joe Madden returned to Tampa Bay for the first time since leaving the Rays to coach the Cubs. Madden led the Rays to the 2008 World Series where they lost to the Phillies. The skipper said pregame he looks forward to reliving some of those memories this week.
You look back at it, man, it's pretty special how it all came together at one time based on the history previous to that point. So I'm really proud of being part of that. I feel very fortunate to be part of that. So when I haven't been out in the field yet, when I go out there and look at the banners, I will think about everybody involved.
Kyle Schwarber got the scoring started for the Cubs, hitting a 446-foot bomb to right field off of Chris Archer in the second. It's his 28th home run of the season, making it 1-0. Wade Davis lights out in the ninth. He strikes out the side, converting his 32nd save of the season. The Cubs win their 7th in a row, 2-1, the final in Tampa.
So you know what that means. That win brought the Cubs' magic number down to 9 to clinch a playoff spot. All right, Domingo Santana and the Brew Crew in Pittsburgh to take on the Bucks. Fourth inning, no score, Santana at bat. And the Brewers' right fielder drives a line shot down the left field line. It's gone. Santana's 26th homer of the year puts the Brewers up 1-0. Ninth inning, Brewers closer Corey Knebel in to finish off the Pirates. And Knebel gets Jordy Mercer to strike out swinging. Brewers blank the Pirates, win by a final of 1-0.
That said, let's check in on the standings. The Brewers keep pace with the Cubs, but remain 4 games back in the win-loss column. So the Brewers right there are 3.5 back of the Cubs, Cardinals 6.5 back. Then you have the Pirates and the Reds rounding it out, as we will be scoreboard watching like crazy for the next 2 weeks. Speaking of the Pirates, it's National Talk Like a Pirate Day, so I'm with me mateys. We all just started to say R right away. Let's just get out of our system now. R. Okay, just me maybe, and our studio crew. So let's talk a little ahead of us now. Is Jake Arrieta your Game 1 starter if he's healthy? Did we just see, maybe, thanks to Patrick Mooney also dropping this hint on CSNChicago.com, that Joe Madden is setting that up because we see Arrieta throw the bullpen today?
I've said this to David for a while, that if it was me, I'm starting Jake Arrieta because I think he's pitched the best in the second half. John Lester's big game pitcher. He hasn't been great yet, but Arrieta's got to prove he's healthy.
We still got a couple starts, so we're going to see how
potentially
Lester goes.
3.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So Kyle's going to have a couple starts. John Lester, I want to see John Lester sharpen his stuff up. He needs to get that cutter back working, and he himself will tell you that he needs to get better, but you can't go wrong with any of these 3, that's for sure.
Let me ask you this, though. Why, when we saw Lester be so effective last year, starting Game 1 in all of the playoff series, would that change this year?
He hasn't been great since he had to take the break with the fatigued shoulder. The velocity's been good, 92, 93. He has not commanded his fastball to me. The cutter hasn't had that sharp bite that we normally see. He's got 3 starts left. They got to be good ones.
Exactly. You're exactly right. He needs to show that he is starting to clean things up. He's got to be able to put stuff where he needs to put it to set up other pitches. So that's the thing. He hasn't been able to do that so far these last couple of starts. He still has 3 more to get better.
All right, let's talk some more hypotheticals. So Max Scherzer, likely the Nats Game 1 starter, pitched 7 innings of 2-run ball tonight against the Braves. We saw the Cubs scratch across 2 against Chris Archer. All right, are you guys confident they can do enough to beat Scherzer in the postseason?
Look, they had a game with him last year where they hit 4 home runs off him. Max Scherzer's great. I mean, he's legit. He's the real deal. But this offense they beat Kershaw 6-0 to go to the World Series.
Sure.
They can beat anybody they face.
Yeah, you never know. Scherzer might leave stuff over the middle. The Cubs hitters have to just grind. The way their at-bats have been this past weekend against the Cardinals, and
really good.
They've been grinding at-bats and getting that starter out of the game early to get to that bullpen.
Last night, Kershaw pitched pretty well for 6 innings. He made 1 mistake. Aaron Altier took him out for a grand slam and beat him 4-3. Who'd have thought the Phillies would beat Kershaw and the Dodgers? That's baseball.
Aaron Altier owns Kershaw.
Yeah, there you go.
All right, so Cap, we saw you give us a list yesterday of your 5 best relievers out of the bullpen. So we're going to stay on that topic. Mike Montgomery, he took a no-hitter into the 6th, you guys. So are you still convinced he's best suited for the bullpen?
Yeah, he's not one of your top 4 starters right now. Probably not one of your top 5. Lackey's had a good second half. He really has. I know he's a hot button item for some people out there, like my friend Danny Zetterman, who likes to fire on him. But I will tell you that Lester, Arrieta, Quintana, Hendricks, Lackey, all are ahead of him in terms of being a starter right now on this team.
Guys, Wade Davis, another amazing outing for him, 32 for 32. This streak is incredible. Is there any concern about the use of his arm at this point, especially when we saw him in the last 3 games before the day off?
You know, there's some concern there, but he is getting stronger. You see, it's 97, 98, and he said himself, as the season goes on, my arm gets stronger. So I trust that Joe will use him right at the end towards the end of the season, because the playoffs is what you need to have.
These are big games. I mean,
yeah.
At some point, you ride your horse.
Well, and also, this is a guy who knows how to stretch himself out for a playoff run. I mean, he did this with the Royals.
Yeah.
He's got the experience. But at the same time, we all saw what happened last year with the use of the closer and how critical that became in the longest of all playoff runs.
No question about it.
So how do you balance that, knowing that that could be a possibility?
Doesn't matter. You have to get there. If tomorrow night he tells you my arm feels okay and it's 2-1 going to the bottom of the 9th, you got to pitch your guy.
Especially if the Brewers are winning. You're looking at the scoreboard. The Brewers are winning. You can't be leaving games because he was just sitting down. When he said he can pitch, you got to be able to put him in there.
If he tells you, give me the day off, you got to listen to him. You can't go, I'm throwing you out there. But if he says, I'm ready to go, here you go, big boy, take the ball.
Exactly.
All right, Kyle Schwarber with his 28th home run tonight. Is he the guy you want with the game on the line in the playoffs? No, we know the Hollywood theatrics, okay, fairy tale kind of ending last season, but is he it?
He hasn't proven himself to be able to get that big hit, but he still has to finish this season out. He's getting hot right now. He's having a great September, and he's a big game player, so he can get that clutch hit. But right now, I would not want him up with the bases loaded shots. I want Anthony Rizzo or Chris Bryant, but he is slowly producing this last month.
Well, look, he's a 207 hitter for a reason. And I know it's not, batting average is not the be-all, end-all. He's still a 207 hitter. Yeah, the numbers don't lie. So, game on the line, my first choice is Riz. My second choice is Bryant. I'll take either one of them. And there's some other guys I trust there as well, but Schwarber would not be in the first 2.
Guys, enough about offense. I saw your face light up when Kevin Kiermaier made that amazing catch to rob Addison Russell. Let's take another look at this, because everybody talks about how good of a place it is at the Trop to see a ball when you're hitting. What about when you're fielding? Because this is pretty amazing. David, on a scale of 1 to 10, how do you grade that one?
I mean, he's made a lot better than that, but that's definitely an 8 or 9, because sprinting back, the ball's the same color as the top of the Trop, and then being able to catch it and kind of brace himself before he hit the wall. This kid's a special player.
What rocket scientist built the stadium and decided to make the roof white?
I don't know. That's a Tampa person or a St. Pete person. Come on, man. That's a come on, man.
Oh, there's so many things we could say about that ballpark, but that is a very good point. It's not the easiest place to see a ball. What on earth could Kevin Kiermaier do someplace else with his home field? There's a thought.
Yeah.
Guys, thank you so much. We're looking forward to looking ahead with you guys.
All right,
for
I'll
the
try
next
not to walk through your set either.
That's no fun.
You're welcome to walk through our set anytime you want, David Kaplan. You go for it.
Yeah, you guys both sprint. We don't care. Still to come on In the Loop Prime, the Blackhawks open the preseason by taking it to the Blue Jackets in Columbus.
I'm old. Let me finish. But I'm not old school. So I am woke.
I can't get over that. That is just one of the list of 5 things you need to hear from Doug Collins' introductory press conference today. Others include why he trusts Garpax and he thinks the Bulls can pull off a similar rebuild to the White Sox. Plus, John Paxson responds to all of the talk of a potential Dwayne Wade buyout, and he sits down with only us, CSN Chicago, to discuss. That is next.
In the Loop on CSN is presented to you by GMC. We are professional grade.
How do you show up? Do you just bring it? Or do you bring it all?
Focus.
Third row like a pro. Get this low-mileage lease on this 2017 GMC Acadia SLE1 for around $289 per month. Plus, current GMC lessees can get $3,000 additional lease cash. We are professional grade. GMC.
At Dietz & Watson, our family believes that the most important meal of the day is the one spent with the people you call family. It doesn't matter where it happens or when. All that matters is what you bring to the table. For over 75 years, our family has handcrafted premium meats and artisan cheeses that always come together in simple-to-prepare recipes. So it's just a little easier to choose the table together.
Are you afraid of getting out of debt? Are you stressed out but afraid to do anything? Filing bankruptcy is like going to the dentist. Most people wait and stress out, but feel better once they go. I am attorney Peter Francis Geraci. Bankruptcy, just like the dentist, can be painless. You won't know how good you'll feel being debt-free until you call.
When you need to be debt-free, call 1-800-CALL-PFG. That's 1-800-CALL-PFG.
Food, water, internet. We need it to live. But what we don't need are surprises, like extra monthly fees. I see you fee played by legendary actress Angelica Houston.
You got me, Mark.
We just want fast internet for one simple rate. For all the streaming and the shopping and the newsing, but most of all, for the this.
Internet for one everyday simple price and no extra monthly fees.
Right here, Dad.
The Infiniti QX60. Impressive performance and seating for 7. Lease the Infiniti QX60 for $399 a month or finance at 1.9% APR at your local Infiniti retailer.
The Blackhawks opening the preseason in Columbus without their top-line guys. They're getting a good look at Cody Franzen, the former Predator, trying to get a roster spot in Chicago on the power play. Gets the one-timer to go. 1-0 Hawks. Franzen added an assist later on. Vinny Hinostroza, good game on both ends of the ice. Dives here to force the puck out of the zone on the penalty kill. Then Anton Forsberg trying to win the backup goalie spot. He looked good. 38 saves on the night, including 12 on the penalty kill. Nick Schmaltz could be centering Patrick Kane's line this season. He splits a couple defenders, goes stick side for the goal. It's 4-0 Blackhawks. All right, back to Hinostroza. He's got some good stick work to get the puck back. And then what does he do? He lights the lamp. The Hawks score 4 times in the second period.
Hey.
They beat the Blue Jackets 5-2. All right, are you the biggest Blackhawks fan you know? Well, come to Fatport tomorrow and tell us why you are the biggest fan of your favorite team for a chance to win Bulls and Blackhawks tickets. It doesn't matter what team you are a fan of. If you are a fan of a Chicago team, we want to hear from you.
Here's Michael at the foul line. A shot on Elo. Good! The Bulls win it! They win it! Set the Cleveland Cavaliers. Michael Jordan hits it at the foul line.
Oh, nearly 3 decades after the Bulls let him go, that man, Doug Collins, is back with the organization. The team announced today that Collins has been hired as a senior advisor of basketball operations, and he will report to John Paxson.
That brings us to tonight's list presented by State Farm, the 5 things you need to know from the Doug Collins press conference.
One of the things that we talked about when Jerry and Michael and I were together at the dinner the one night is the first thing that must be known is under no circumstances am I going to coach here, and so that should not even be a question.
All right, Layla, one of the first things that Collins stressed is that he is not Fred Hoiberg's replacement in waiting. Collins last coached the Philadelphia 76ers from 2010 to 2013 before stepping down to spend more time with his family. It made sense. He was getting older. And then just 2 years after Collins became head coach here in Chicago. He, well, almost became head coach here in Chicago.
I just think, Jerry at that point in time in 08, his big thing was, I love you like a son, I don't want to have to fire you. And I got it. I mean, because when you're a coach, that's part of the business. He said, I love you like a son. I don't want to get into that relationship again where things aren't going whatever. I have to make a change. I care about you too much.
Interesting, he brings up his son as well because he coaches at Northwestern. So you heard Collins. He cited another reason why this role as a senior advisor is better for both sides than being on the sidelines.
So basically job security with a front office job.
Exactly.
One of the things I can't wait to be a part of is to watch this organization start to build brick by brick and start to become a really, really good team again. And one of the things I would like to share is I trust Gar and Pax a lot, a ton, with what they're going to do.
So hiring Collins gives fans some optimism after they've expressed their frustration with the front office. He mentioned who he trusted, and there's a big connection there, of course. Paxson played for Collins on the Bulls team that he coached in the late 1980s.
So maybe this ignites some optimism from the fans, or they have a renewed faith. If he believes in them, they should believe in them too.
Trust the Garpax.
Just look how quickly it changed with the Sox. I mean, how quickly did it change with the Sox? There was an article in the paper, the teams that were rebuilding. And, you know, the Cubs had done it. Now you got the Bears, and you got the Sox, and you got the Bulls, and who's going to do it first and whatever. Rick Hahn makes 3 deals. They have the best young group of minor leagues. And now all of a sudden it's like, man, the Sox are going to be great.
Okay, so the White Sox have made all the right moves to set themselves up for success, but it has yet to come to fruition. We don't know if it's going to happen, but, you know, Bulls fans can only hope that they will have a similar outlook 1 year from now, just like the White Sox, right?
Right. Right.
Not convinced.
I'm old. Let me finish. But I'm not old school.
Okay.
I got a young brain. And I think you get pigeonholed. That guy's old school because he's old. Now, if being on time and working hard and doing all those things are old school, then yes, I'm old school. But I will match my wits with anybody in terms of young people, in terms of what's going on now, what's happening. And so I am woke.
Man, I'd say that's really the mic drop moment here.
Right. Yeah, he stay woke. But I appreciate that he does know that lingo, I guess.
Yeah, I'd say the NBA players are pretty woke, so that takes care of it from a bigger standpoint, but nice to see him appreciating the lingo.
He's like, I'm cool, I'm hip, Dr. Evil.
Doctor.
Well, you know, I appreciate, though, that he specified that, okay, if being on time, if working hard means that you're old, then I guess that we're old, too, right?
Yeah, totally. I was totally on time at work today.
All right. Where will Dwayne Wade play next season with the Bulls in full-blown retooling mode? Well, we really don't know. Right now, he's the primary face of the franchise heading into next season. The team could still potentially buy out D-Wade's 2-year, $47 million contract, of which he is owed about $24 million this upcoming season. Mark Janowski addressed the rumors with Bulls president John Paxson in an exclusive interview.
We can't do anything about it, and be very honest, Gar and I sat down with Dwayne when the season ended. We were honest with him. We told him that, you know, we don't know what's going to happen. We weren't, at that time, we were not shopping Jimmy, but we also said that if a deal would come along that allowed us to rebuild, that we'd have to look at it. We've said that to everybody. So, you know, but with that said, Dwayne's under contract. He has been a professional through and through. We want to talk to him when he comes in town, and we will. You know, until then, you know, I read the same things you do. So, you know, Gar and I will sit down with Dwayne when he comes to town.
So Kevin Durant admitted that he tweeted under a different account to criticize the Thunder and head coach Billy Donovan. What? Yeah, Mark Janowski and a couple of former NBA pros take the story from here.
I'm joined now by my partners on our Bulls pre- and post-game coverage, Kendall Gill and Will Perdue. We're ready to crank it up again, but first we got to talk about some of the news around the NBA. How sensitive is Kevin Durant creating fake Twitter accounts to take on fans? You guys wouldn't have done that, would you?
Absolutely not. Listen, Kevin Durant, lions do not pay attention to the opinions of sheep. Say this to yourself 100 times before you go to bed at night. What is this, Mark? A grown man taking out.
Where do you get all this stuff from?
I read, man. I read. I'm deep.
But
I'm real deep, especially over the summer.
Do you set aside time every day to read?
Yeah, I do. I got 2 kids, man. I got to.
But how do you do that and work out 3 times a day? I don't get it.
Oh, man, it's a long story.
But at the end of the day, it's so funny how guys totally flip.
Right.
Wasn't this the guy that, was criticizing people for switching teams? Then he switched teams, and now he's criticizing people through fake accounts.
Hey, he apologized, though, so it's all okay.
Oh, so that means it's okay? Come on.
The other guy making news in the NBA, Kyrie Irving, with his trade request. Now he's saying on national TV that it wasn't about LeBron. You guys buying that?
No.
No.
I mean, do you buy that?
No, absolutely not.
Absolutely not. Listen, I think that Kyrie Irving was tired of being second fiddle.
Yep.
He was tired of LeBron being the point guard when really Kyrie Irving is a point guard. He wants
took more shots than LeBron.
I know, but he still wants to dribble that basketball up and be the classic point guard.
Well, I think he feels like that he was the guy that when people talk about the year they won the championship, he wants to be known as, I was the guy that hit that shot.
He did.
He wants all the attention he's going to get in Boston, especially when they lose to the Cavs in the
Kendall I think will back me up on this. Myself, Kendall, everybody that's ever played in the NBA has an ego. And regardless of who they are, Michael, KD, All-Stars, they still think they're better than they are. I felt like maybe my career could have been better. And I imagine Kyrie has unanswered questions, and the only way he can get those answered is by going and playing for another team away from LeBron James.
Doug Collins is coming back. He coached the Bulls from 1986 to 89. Now he's coming back as a senior advisor of basketball operations. How much of an impact can Doug have on this rebuild?
I think that Doug is going to try to do what Jerry West did in Memphis, what Jerry West did with the Golden State Warriors. He's going to have that input. Another three brains are better than 2. And as far as the Chicago fans are concerned, they're not really too happy with the way they're going.
They'll gladly bring on the third brain.
They want to bring on the third guy. So, and listen, I love God, I love Pax, but hey, adding Doug Collins to the team, I think, is a plus.
And the biggest thing was the statement that Jerry Reinsdorf put out, in my opinion. It said it's worked well with other teams. We think it'll work well with us. To me, that's sending a message that they're being very flexible on how they're handling this thing, and they're willing to take outside input.
Before we get out of here, I remember back in 1988-89, there was a raw rookie out of Vanderbilt named Will Perdue, coached by Doug Collins, jumping all over the court with the perm and everything. What's your favorite story about playing for Doug Collins that one season?
Just how emotional he was. And I personally feel kind of bad. I mean, Doug and I have talked about it, but there was all these rumors that, well, you didn't play the first draft pick, so you got fired. But they also forget that they traded for Bill Cartwright, and Dave Corzine was still there, proven veterans.
Right.
And you talked about Thibodeau, talked about other guys. I mean, it was hard for me to crack that rotation.
Yeah, and then veteran coaches don't really like playing rookies.
And so, but again, he's very passionate. I used to love how after games he'd take his jacket off to talk to us post-game.
Right.
He'd be drenched in sweat. But that's where I think when the players see how invested he is, I think that's only going to be a positive, especially for such a young team.
Well, we've seen him at Northwestern games drenched in sweat, watching Chris Collins and the Wildcats go to work. I think even as a senior advisor, he'll be drenched in sweat watching the Bulls. It all starts next Monday with Media Day. We'll have live coverage from the Advocate Center here on CSN.
Thanks, guys. Coming up next, free tacos. Woo!
Doctor?
Doctor.
I played a doctor on TV, but now I'm helping save lives for real, starting with my own. I'm partnering with Cigna HealthSpring to remind everyone how important preventive care is for people my age. See anything, Doctor?
Looks great, Doctor.
And with Cigna HealthSpring Medicare Advantage, you get a team of doctors overseeing your health. Most preventive services are covered. So go, know, and take control of your health. Oh, use mine, Doctor.
Cigna HealthSpring. Together all the way.
When my hair gets too long, I lose my edge. But when my cut's right, I'm right. I'm back to being me. My dimples activate. My cleft chin becomes cleftier. I get a twinkle on my tooth. And I speak fluent French. Garbage. Chaise lounge. Mayonnaise.
Au revoir. Get in, get out, back to greatness. Download the online check-in app. Great clips. It's gonna be great.
Me da mucho orgullo estar aquí con los White Sox porque, you know, I came here as a child with my father, and I just wanted to continue the tradition.
It's an awesome experience to bring your kids to something that you actually been coming here all your life. So es muy bonito venir todos unidos a tener un buen día.
Just spending time together, creating memories, y es algo que yo quiero, se lo quiero pasar a mis hijas, que disfruten como yo disfrutaba cuando tenía su edad.
To err is human. To anticipate is the Lexus RX. With pedestrian detection, auto braking, and lane departure alert standard, experience another step closer to a safer world.
Lease the 2017 RX 350 for $399 a month for 36 months.
Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer.
A restaurant in San Diego is giving away a free taco every time the Chargers lose. El Pollo Grill. Just ask for the Spanish or the Spanos taco.
All right, this has been In the Loop presented by GMC.
How do you show up? Do you just bring it? Or do you bring it all?
Focus.
Third row like a pro. Get this low mileage lease on this 2017 GMC Acadia SLE1 for around $289 per month. Plus, current GMC lessees can get $3,000 additional lease cash. We are professional grade. GMC.
Looking for better weather?
The power of the NBC5 Weather Center in the palm of your hand. Live Doppler 5, Storm Ranger 5. When information is critical, the power of the NBC5 Storm Team is always on the NBC5 Chicago app.
Save up to 80%. The Jewelry Exchange has 2-carat Heart of the Sea pendants for $69, half-carat hoop earrings $299, 1-carat $499, tennis bracelets $399 per carat, and diamond studs are $599 per carat. Buy factory direct and save. The Jewelry Exchange, Villa Park.
I'm Ryan Sandberg, and I played baseball in the great city Chicago for 17 seasons. Back in the day, I had a lot of hair, and it got to the point where I didn't look like any of those pictures that the fans were bringing up to me. I didn't look like myself in the 80s and the 90s. Didn't know that there was any options. I just went into the office, took it easy. It was like just being at home, and Restore did all the work. The procedure that Restore does, take it hair from the back, put it in the front, no pain whatsoever, and it's my own hair. I think having hair has totally regained my confidence. It gives me energy, makes me feel younger. Go to Restore, have a consultation, check it out for yourself. I'm Ryan Sandberg, and I chose Restore.
Call Restore today for your free consultation and get a $500 discount. It may be the first step that changes your life forever. Call 1-800-823-9239 or visit restorehair.com.
The perfect gift. 1-carat Forever Us rings are just $9.90. 1-carat 3-stone and halo rings $6.99. Diamond bands $99 to $3.99 per carat, and diamond studs are $5.99 per carat. Thousands of gifts guaranteed to appraise for double. The Jewelry Exchange, Villa Park.
The first thing that must be known is under no circumstances am I going to coach here, and so that should not even be a question.
It is homecoming week as a familiar face returns to the Bulls, and Joe Madden touches down in Tampa. Layla and Sierra here. Welcome to In the Loop Prime, presented by State Farm.
And as the Bulls begin the rebuilding process, John Paxson weighs in on D. Wade's future with the franchise. But first, let's go no huddle. After scoring just 3 goals in a 4-game sweep to Nashville last year, the Blackhawks lit the lamp early and often in their preseason opener in Columbus tonight.
The Cubs got some good news ahead of their game tonight in Tampa. Jake Arrieta threw a bullpen session and says he's good to go Thursday against the Brewers. The former NL Cy Young Award winner has been sidelined since September 4th because of a strained right hamstring.
The good thing is the arm strength is there. It's remained there.